Man, first topic says, what percentage of people do you think are dating with a purpose?
I'm dating with a purpose 100% of the time.
Okay.
And that's to get this money. I don't date for love no more. I date for money.
You date for money. So what
What the fuck? Why you look at me for? Like,
Cause you always look like you got something to say, so I'm just waiting on the rebuttal. Yeah.
You're right, Sam.
Yeah.
So you said you had a boyfriend though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you with him for the money?
Yeah.
And he know that?
The love is the bonus. See, I used to do it the opposite way. I used to date for love, and money was the bonus.
So you love him now?
Yeah, I love that man.
How long it took?
When we fucked on the first night, I love him.
On the first night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm confused. So he got to fuck the shit out you to get the love from you. If he don't fuck the shit out you, then he got to buy your love, basically.
Buy my love first. Money.
Mm-hmm.
I used to date.
Right,
No, let me be serious. I'm always joking. But I used to date for love. Like literally in college, all throughout college, I dated for love. And it just never worked out because in the end, I was left with nothing. But when I date for money, I leave with bags, trips, jewelry.
Those memories,
teeth,
though. Oh,
BBLs.
I mean,
You get what I'm saying?
BBLs?
Yeah, you leave with something, very much something, instead of leaving with nothing but love.
I'm so stunned with her honesty, but
I
am upset with it at the same time.
Why would you? And I understand people who think conventionally don't think like that, right? But even like in marriage, you gotta leave with very much something.
So when you say you date for money, that means it doesn't matter if this person is attractive or not. Like
that's a bonus.
That's just a bonus. So he could be ugly. He could be ugly, motherfucker. But as long as he got the money.
Ugly gotta come with a little bit more money.
Okay.
A little bit more money.
So he ugly with money and blow your back out. Nah, you good.
The blow my back out is a bonus.
Oh, okay.
That's a
so everything after the money.
Yeah,
everything.
Everything after the money is a bonus. Yeah. But girls who think about it the other way and think that love is first and everything else is a bonus usually end up with their heart broken and then they sit in the dark.
So would you say that it's fair for the same situation your relationship didn't work with money? Everything else is okay because you're getting something out of it.
Exactly, because why would I leave with nothing when I can leave with something?
So you didn't learn anything from your previous relationships?
The previous relationships taught me not to date for love.
Yeah.
Anytime I dated for love and I was in it for love with somebody, when you in something and you love somebody, you literally love their dirty draws. You do things that you wouldn't do for them. You lower your expectations for them because you love them. You probably never even liked rice in the house, but you allow rice in the house because you love this person so much. So when that don't work out, you look back and you're feeling depleted. Your cup is empty because you poured so much into their cup. So you be like, damn, I really gave my all to this person because I love them so fucking much. And in the end, I'm left with nothing because I poured everything
into how long you think that's going to last for? Because right now, I'm looking at you, you're a very attractive woman, but as you get older, obviously, those looks might not be there the same way. So you won't be able to date for the money like you used to when you was attractive and you was taking advantage of your looks. Right. So how do you think that's going to benefit you in the long term?
And that's a good thing that I'm a multimillionaire with 4 streams of income for myself. So I really don't have to worry about that.
So then if you have your own money, why are you dating for money then? Like, because
why would I spend my money when I can spend your money? You get what I'm saying?
I respect, like I said, I respect the honesty.
I'd rather put my money to the side. I'd rather put my money into my storefront. I'd rather put my money into my investments. I have a storefront in Atlanta. So I'd rather put my money into that. And you can put your money into different things for me. But any time that you take your money off the table and you leave, I have money stacked up that I've been stacking while you've been spending yours. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, but isn't that equivalent to what a prostitute offers?
Call me a prostitute. But no, that's the difference though. I don't sell pussy.
You are. He paying you and you doing whatever he say. That's selling pussy.
So you getting all these bags without giving up the pussy? Like?
She said she did on the first night.
With the man. Okay.
He wasn't your man on the first night.
Wait. This is the thing though. We've been eyeing each other for like 4 years. So the first time that we got along is when we fucked on the first night. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of considered the first night, but I've been like flirting with him, talking to him, knowing him for 4 years.
So would it be fair to say that you was already interested in him before you knew his pockets?
No, the pockets is what got her there.
Oh, the pockets would cause the interest?
Come on, bro. You asking silly questions.
Yeah. So, what would you want to say, Joe?
How long y'all was together? I just want to ask.
How long have we been together?
Yeah. Currently.
Today? 7 months.
Oh, okay. All
right. So this is my last question before we get back to the topic. All right.
Okay.
So the relationships that wasn't working, that was breaking your heart. What were they doing to break your heart?
First of all, I'm a lover. Like, I'm a Capricorn. All money aside, I'm a lover. I'm a Capricorn. So anytime I was going into previous relationships, I always went into it head first, spoiling, giving you everything you want, showing you what it. Like, I'm a trick. Like, yeah, my man spend money on him, but I'm a trick. I'm going. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna handle that. Anytime I can pull up a whatever. So I just took my man out of the country for the first time, all expense paid for Valentine's Day, and bought his passport for him.
Appreciate
that. I mean, it's not just a one-way street with me. I'm not a woman who like, oh, you gotta buy me, and then I don't buy you. No, I do it vice versa. But what I'm saying is, I went into my other relationships like giving all of my love.
What did they do? I'm
about to tell you. I'm giving them all my love. I'm giving them all of my effort. I'm giving them all of my everything without expecting much in return because I'm just a giver at heart, right? So when that cheating come around, and cheating not a deal breaker for me, it's the betrayal that comes with the cheating that's a deal breaker for me. So when that comes around and you lying to me, and you doing sneaky stuff, and you doing all of that type of stuff, it just taught me like, go in getting what you want too.
But this is the contradiction because you're willing to accept that from the man that got that bread because he could do whatever the fuck he want. He don't give a fuck if you left or not.
To an extent, if I'm happy, I'm blind. If I'm happy, I'm blind.
So he can cheat.
I can't respect those morals. I ain't gonna
so he can cheat.
I'm not here for your respect, though.
So he can cheat if he upfront with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I give out hall passes.
It's not because he's upfront. It's because he got money.
No, that's not true.
She said.
True. It's
men cheat whether they got money or don't got money. And what is you would go back to the dude that has money rather than the guy that doesn't because you feel like you didn't get a game.
You can get something out of it.
True. And that's true.
All right then. So that's it.
And you can respect that. But I'm not here for your respect.
Nah,
let's shake hands on it.
I respect you back.
You don't want to shake hands on it?
Oh no, sure.
Oh,
so I'm trying to get in that
with your logic, how should a man go into dating a woman then?
However, I feel like as a human, it's not a man and a woman thing for me.
No, I'm just saying, according to your logic, because you said you don't date
like
for love, you date for money. How should a man, according to your logic, how should a man date a woman?
So you think all people should go in for money?
This is what I'm saying, though. As a human, I think that you should go in for whatever you want to go in for. Just because I'm a person that likes to go in for what I like to go in for doesn't mean a man should do it a certain way, according to me. It's according to me because that's how I move. So how you move with your boot on, if you can move, you move how you move. So it's not, for me, it's not woman or man or this or that. It's just whatever you want in life, you go get that.
She balled it.
So what's up, friends? Y'all showing that ass if he throwing that cash?
Oh my God. That's not the logic, though.
That is the logic.
But that's just how you view it. That's how you view it. And I respect your views.
You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting worded question. Oh. Am I showing that ass if he's throwing that cash? I mean, in the sense that Des put it, like, I actually get it. Like, I understand. I really do. If you go into a relationship with love, like, that was my first time I heard it like that. Like, I mean, it's true, though.
So you currently go into relationships for love, or?
I mean, yeah, like off vibes and stuff. I'm very much like a vibe person. Like if we vibe and stuff, and then I feel it out, and then we end up dating. I'm really like a vibe person. Long story short, like a lot of stuff, flashy stuff, really don't attract me. But like I said, when I heard it, how she just put it, like it makes sense.
So now you changing your perspective?
I mean,
it's a full
possibly. Yeah.
I always say this: 98% of women can be brought. Like as long as you got the money, they will turn over their morals for every man, every woman. As long as you got money, like you get what I'm saying. Love doesn't exist anymore. Everything is transactional. Like you know what I'm saying.
In the world are transactional. You have to buy. You gotta buy your house. You gotta buy your car. You gotta buy.
And you gotta buy love apparently.
You gotta buy your clothes. You gotta buy your hat. You gotta buy your podcast equipment. You gotta buy your furniture. So why, when it comes to a woman, we gotta be for free?
But it's not about the woman is for free. It's about you putting a price on yourself. Because if you're not dating for love, love is an emotion. Like right, this is how people are brought into this world based off of love. Not all the time, obviously, it's transactional. You get what I'm saying? But if you put a price on everything, then everybody's for sale at this point.
Everybody's for sale.
Yeah, so right now,
you got a price too.
Right, for money.
Yeah, you got a price. Somebody can come in for $50 million right now and ask, can they buy this whole little podcast? Big podcast. I don't like.
Yeah, but that's not
him.
Yeah, that's not.
That's
me.
the podcast.
That's the business.
I mean,
but I'm saying that's still. And love to me is marriage. Mm-hmm. Love is a business.
You talking about relationships. We didn't even get to marriage yet. We know marriage is a contract. Yeah. But you talking about a relationship right now.
Relationships is a business.
But another person could come and swoop you off if his bag is bigger.
Well, don't let a man bag be bigger.
The only scenario I can really
let's be honest. Like, be on your shit. Like, if you
so you gotta be Bill Gates basically.
Then. If somebody can go big on big, you go bigger.
All right, but then understand if somebody come and look more attractive than you, then you got to step your game up too.
And that's fine with me. I go get one more BBL.
One more BBL.
Pray for us.
I'm really 50-50 with the whole thing. Like, I get, finding love, vibing with a person, and I also get what she's saying. But the only situation where I can really kind of pinpoint it is if, y'all fucking around, you get pregnant. Like, you don't want to get pregnant by somebody.
You don't want to get pregnant for love.
I think women
want to get pregnant by somebody who can't support you.
A lot of women use that as an excuse to use men for their money. Like, they get their heart broke once, and now, I'm just using the man for his money now. Like, y'all using that as an excuse to use men for their money. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Because it be the men with no money that say you using them for the money. Because I've always had my own money. Not always, but I started a lucrative business at 20. I'm 26.
Yeah, I got my own money too, but guess what? I ain't going to no woman talking about, I'm dating for money. Like, I don't need a woman's money, so I would never tell a woman I'm dating her for her money.
And that's fine. You probably
dating for the pussy. Earlier you said everything is transactional.
It is.
But you said the woman shouldn't be for free, right?
Yeah.
But the man is for free.
No, that's if that man that's what I said earlier. I said as a human, you go in for what you want to go in for. Mm-hmm. So if you going in for love or for cuddles or for whatever, that's you. Mm-hmm. But for me and what I like, you get what I'm saying?
But
so it's not.
Prior to you taking him on the vacation or whatever that you're reciprocating what he's been giving you, what was you doing for him?
When I met him, it was whatever he wanted because I already had my eye on him. So whatever he said, he could get.
Yeah, nigga, if you pay a catering business, they gonna still cook for you, right? So she's doing everything to get that bag.
Yeah. So what let's go back to the original question, right? To y'all, what do y'all think the percentage of people that's actually dating for purposes nowadays?
When you say a purpose, what you mean by
a purpose? Meaning a long-term relationship, a marriage. They want something outside of just maybe financial gains.
I can't answer that question.
I think it is a very small percentage. Everybody has so many options nowadays.
Yeah,
they don't care really to build this foundational relationship or generational wealth for their family or the children or whatever. People having kids and no one give a fuck who they having kids with nowadays. So I mean, people are looking on social media, looking at other people's experiences, relationships, and wondering how can they get that, or then when one person do something wrong, they're ready to jump to the next person. There's no real commitment out here. I think that's a problem, a flaw, especially with, the young generation growing up. I'm hoping that people could still try to find genuine love out there.
And I'm happy you said something about when somebody does something wrong, then they just hop to the next person.
Definitely.
That's why I admire Lori Harvey, because she hops to the next person, and that's me.
But what did Michael B. Jordan do wrong?
What are you doing? It don't matter. It do matter.
No,
let me tell you why it don't matter.
Why it don't matter?
Because as a person, whenever you're unhappy, you should leave.
She wasn't unhappy.
You don't know that. You called her.
We don't know that.
You don't know that. You called her.
Unhappy.
If you're in a relationship and you're unhappy, you should leave. And this is why I feel like that. Because when I'm say if I'm unhappy, right, and I stay, and I'm unhappy and I'm staying because I love this person, or I see this person for what they could be and not what they are in front of me right now, right? Mm-hmm. And then the tables turn and that person get unhappy and they leave. And I'm like, damn, but when I was unhappy, I stayed with you. And then that's because that's what you wanted to do. So when I'm unhappy, I leave because that's what I want to do. I'm not staying with somebody because of who they could be in the future, or what I see them to be, or what I hope that they can be. Mm-hmm. That's where a lot of people get fucked up at. If you're unhappy, then you should leave.
Well, if you openly saying that to the person and they still take that risk, then let them roll the dice.
True.
I mean, if you're open about that, I can't be mad at you if you told me that up front.
I'm unhappy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lori Harvey, nobody knows if she was unhappy. We just assume that she was unhappy. We don't. Last thing I heard was Michael B. Jordan was trying to commit to her long term, and she didn't want to commit to him long term.
But if he was committing to her for long term and he didn't already fucked up, and now he want to commit.
But why are we assuming? This is what we assume.
Why are we assuming that he did the right thing? Is that she just left for no reason?
Nobody's assuming.
This is what the headlines were saying.
The headlines are saying that she wanted to be in a hot girl summer and hop the next nigga, that next nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The headlines be so fake, but none of the headlines say he fucked up.
But that's because
and none of the headlines said she was unhappy.
Pointed on her because she has a reputation of leaving when she's not happy. And this goes back to your question about the percentage.
When was she not happy? Give me an example when she. I don't know none of those headlines.
Let me call Steve.
I don't know none of those headlines. Y'all making that up.
She said she gonna call Steve.
Y'all making those headline stories up so y'all could feel better about hopping to the next nigga. I don't know if.
I'm not feeling better about hopping to the next nigga.
Who was she unhappy with?
She probably wasn't. Future. She probably wasn't happy.
Probably. We talking about probably.
Okay, so she probably was happy, so she should have stayed, huh?
No, if she was, but we praised Harvey. We praised Harvey for living his hot girl summer and fucking whoever she want to fuck.
Like Megan for living a hot girl summer.
No, nobody praised her.
No, nobody.
That's who came out with it.
Who praised her?
We don't praise Lori for having a hot girl summer. That was never Lori.
Who praised her for that?
Who praised who? Megan?
Any of them. Who praised them?
He said we praised Lori.
Yeah, Lori. Because when Lori hopped to Diddy, to his son, to Future, to Trey Songz, nobody said. Everybody said, huh?
She was being praised for that.
Women were saying,
women. Oh, my fault.
I'm not saying niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women would say, oh, she's living her best life, girl. She's young. She could do what she wants. She's sexually liberated and all this other stuff. Nobody said she was unhappy, and none of those. Nobody knows that. We just assuming that so y'all could justify why y'all want to hop to next nigga to the next nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
motivating the next young generation of women to get their get back.
No, I don't think it's get back.
So you don't believe in fighting for relationships no more?
I think that. I fight for my relationships a couple of times before I leave. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay.
But it's not like, ooh, you fucked up today. You ain't flushed the toilet. I'm out.
Okay.
It's never like that. It's like, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna tell you, okay, when you did this, it made me feel this type of way. I'm a very vocal person about how I feel, and I say my stuff in the moment. I don't wait until next week. I don't wait until tomorrow. I don't wait until next month. Gotcha. If you do something right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I don't like how you're speaking to me in this moment. That's not how I like to be talked to. Moving forward, can you please, like, you know, can we please not do it so hard or whatever, how you talking to me or how you treating me or how you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And if you do it again, I'm going to say, last time I told your ass, don't do that shit. You did that shit again. Mm-hmm. You do it again, I'm not staying. Mm-hmm. But to go back to what you were saying about Lori Harvey, I do think that that's a great person to look up to women because a lot of women for so fucking long have had to stay in relationships that they're unhappy in just to keep the family together, just because this man is paying all of the bills, just because they don't want to be looked up down upon for moving on for their own happiness. My grandma has been in a relationship.
You're projecting again.
My grandma for 50 years has been in a relationship that she's not happy in. Mm-hmm. So when I look at that, I'm like, that's not what I see for myself. My mom has been with the same man since I was 7 years old. I'm 26 years old. Just so she won't look like she's hopping from man to man. So when I look at Lori Harvey, I'm like, damn, she moves on when she's not happy, not because of anything else.
When you bring up your grandmother, was she unhappy with her relationship because she couldn't provide certain things that she would want?
Yes.
All right, but that's her personal experience, right? That's where the flaw comes in a man.
Right, and I didn't say it was nothing wrong with that.
But I mean, but y'all saying because
we always paint this horror story about my grandmother's like she was so horrible.
It's not a horror story.
Y'all always paint it as this horror story, like you know what I'm saying. Every time we have this show. My grandmother had to go through so much and she was miserable in her marriage. Not every marriage is like that. You get what I'm saying? And we try to use those horror stories to paint this broad narrative about marriages. Like, you know what I mean?
But I didn't say it was a broad narrative about marriages. I said for me. Every time that I've spoken about something while I've been sitting here, I always say for me, in my opinion, for me. I don't say for all women.
Okay.
No, just run that tape back, like you know what I'm saying.
No, run it back. Let's run it back.
But what about the men in these situations? Like, y'all think that the man is working hard every day, 80 hours a week, paying these bills, and he's a happy man?
No, and that's go ahead. The
woman is home to provide to make that man happy once he come home from after making the money.
True, and
it's not just about the man providing.
Is that going on now? In society, y'all know the stats.
This is my opinion. I feel like we're living in a fantasy world now, and social media is frying a lot of people's brains on what they think supposed to happen in a relationship. I agree with my friend when she said she date for what she can get, and then the love is a bonus. But she also provides things for that man to make him provide for her. No, it's just not a one-way street. He's spinning. She put it into him emotionally, emotionally, physically,
financially,
every way is possible. She just didn't say those things, and y'all just automatically assuming that he's just spinning, not getting nothing out the way, and saying her like judging her morals. Is more to it than what you think.
But what I don't want this to be is like a guys versus girl thing. Like when I'm speaking, let's talk about human, like, because I went to school for psychology. I'm always looking at the brain. I don't look at it as a male brain or female brain or how a guy feels or how a woman feels. Like I'm on y'all part, I'm enjoying y'all, so I don't want to feel like, I don't want it to feel like we're going against each other, because we're not. It's just we all live separate ways. We all have different opinions. You live how you live.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
But what was your question when you was gonna say, what about the man?
Because you were saying that that the woman is suffering basically because
not all the time. I said if she is, she should leave.
Okay,
that's what I said.
But in that same relationship, the man could be suffering, but he still stuck it out with his woman too.
But as a person, if you're suffering, speak up.
So how do you feel about, Michelle Obama recently said that she hated Barack Obama for like 10 years. Yeah. So how you feel about a situation like that?
So she said that she hated him for 10 years, but they had 20 good years, right?
Right.
So in those 10 years, it was her prerogative to stay with him. So if that's something that she wanted to do, I commend her for that. If in those 10 years that she was unhappy and she wanted to leave, if that's something that she did, I commend her for that. Whatever you feel. Like, my uncle called me the other day. He said, I'm ready to break up with my girlfriend. I said, why are you ready to break up with your girlfriend? He said, because I'm unhappy. I said, break up with her. I don't need to know nothing else. If that's how you feel, if she wants to stay, stay. But she can't use that like, oh, I stayed with you for 10 years and I was not happy. She can't bring that up. She can't, because that's what she chose to do.
Right.
Yeah, I understand your logic, but I still think it's kind of flawed, because I feel like if you think anything is you're gonna walk into it and it's gonna be perfect, or
100% of the time,
that doesn't exist.
And that's not what I look for.
No, I'm just hold on. Like, because we get in relationships, we got to understand that shit ain't gonna be. We got to compromise. We got to make each other happy. Like you said, you give them one warning, and then
I
tell you the first time, and then the second time
I'm gonna reiterate it.
And I told you not to fucking do that shit. All right. So look, and I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Just like you have a business partner, you can have children, you can have a spouse. You're going to have to say that shit more than 1-2 times.
And I got all 3 of those. And with my business
partner... This shit ain't jail. This shit is life. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to feel like I'm on a fucking strike list with my partner. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course I want to learn and be the better partner for you. You get what I'm saying? And I want to hear you out. And I don't want to make that same mistake twice. But if it does happen, I hope that's not the way we come into each other.
So how many times do you have to make the mistake?
No, I understand. It shouldn't be no mistake, but like I said...
How many times? How many times should women allow you to make the mistake?
So it's a level of mistake. So like, I could say, why my dinner not made when I get home, right?
Yeah.
And if it happened again, I got the right to say, yo, I'm not happy in this relationship.
No, let me tell you something though. Going into any relationship, I love the puppy dog stage. Everybody love the puppy dog.
Everybody love that shit.
I love the puppy dog stage, but I'm not delusional. I don't think that the puppy dog stage is gonna last forever. I always tell, like, when I'm dating, I say, I know this puppy dog stage. You putting your best foot forward, I'm putting my best foot forward. But when we put these masks down, this is not going to be perfect.
Yes.
As long as you are trying. So if I say, I don't like when you fart in the morning, right? And you, in the next morning, you fart downstairs, that's trying not to fart in front of me.
You see the shit that women want to argue about?
No, I'm not.
I gotta hold my ass.
Yeah, hold that. Hold that.
What's up,
hold that. But no, I couldn't think of nothing. I couldn't think of nothing.
I got you.
But so if I say something and you're actively trying, then I can't come back the second time and say, you still fucking farting in the house. Bitch, I farted all the way downstairs in the backyard on the 2nd Street. Like, no, you're trying. So I don't look at it like, oh, the second time, you're done. If you actively try, I'm not even going to bring it up a second time. I'm going to say, thank you, babe, for trying not to fart in front of me. I really appreciate that. But to make it even a little bit more better, just drive to the end of the street and fart.
I just want to make it aware that sometimes we have to work in these relationships, and sometimes everything is not going to be easy. Not you, but I'm just saying in society. Yeah. People are quick to give up on their relationships, and we need to.
Yeah, you gotta elaborate more, man.
Okay, because sometimes
you sounding crazy.
Only I would say elaborate more, because that type of narrative can be it can be dangerous. Yeah, because you're saying, a girl, if you're not happy, then leave him. And she might not be happy about, women's emotions change all the time. So she might not be happy in that moment about something so petty. Now her homegirl's telling her, yo, girl, if you're not happy, just leave that nigga. And then it's like, yo, damn, like I'm human. Like, you get what I'm saying? I make mistakes. But one thing my friends can vouch for me, and this has been my friend for 9 years almost. I've never, ever, ever in my life told my friends to leave. They men. The first question I ask is, are you unhappy? And she say, yeah, I'm unhappy that he done cheated 3 times. He did this, he did that. I said, okay, if you want to stay, you choose to stay. And you choose how you're going to move forward. But just know, boom, 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 it's coming next. If you are a happy friend, then leave. And if you choose to leave, then boom, 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 it's coming next. I never said leave that nigga. You unhappy.
I think we also need to understand that it's the level of issues. Like, so if it's a cheating issue, I'm telling my friend they should leave that person on the first drive.
Fact.
I'm not holding my tongue.
No,
you cheating, then you leaving. That's it.
You.
I wouldn't.
You do not do that. You tell your friend to leave, they're gonna leave you.
Yeah, that's a woman
telling
thing.
your friend to get out of toxic relationship.
No, you gotta let people choose, especially with women. It take women multiple times to go through this trauma before we choose to leave.
I hear you, but if you call me for my opinion, and you know who I am, and I'm going to give you the real.
As your brother.
You know what I mean?
As
your brother.
I never told my friend, I never told nobody to leave.
It's just different with women.
Yeah.
It's just
if you want somebody to sugarcoat it, you got to know who to call for that.
And I don't sugarcoat. That's the thing. I don't sugarcoat. I'm going to say, yeah, this was fucked up. Boom, 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 boom. But also, boom, 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 boom.
It's really just listening and just really letting the person decide. Like, you can't.
So harsh.
But when y'all leaving because he ain't spending no money,
that's not. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. It's a different type of people. Everybody on earth likes different things, right? So when it comes to me saying that I like a man who can financially provide for me, it's because I've been financially provided for myself so long. So when a man came around, I was never a damsel in distress. I had 2 foreign cars, a 3-story house, whatever I had. So why would you come to the bag with no bag? If you come to me and I've already been maintaining this lifestyle for myself, then you have to come and
but you need to also tell the woman that's looking at you that wants your life
to get their bag up.
To get their bag up before they expect a man to spend.
And I've never been one, because you want to know what attract money?
What?
Money. Right. What attract money is money, and I know, you know what I bring to the table. I know that if you leave today, I'ma still have a Rolls Royce tomorrow. I ain't got a Rolls Royce.
I'm about to say you got a Rolls. What the fuck?
I got a Range Rover.
But
I know when you came in, I had a Range Rover. So you want to upgrade me to a Rolls Royce.
So what would you call a woman that's attracted to men that looks like he got money?
Oh, see, that's tricky. And I be telling my friend.
I got it for you. Dummies.
Oh, and I be telling my friend, I need to let somebody else talk, don't I?
Crash test.
But listen, I tell my friends, this is what I tell, because when she said he gonna trick and I'm a trick, but he gonna trick bigger, I trick first just to see how you gonna reciprocate. Like, I go in and I show a nigga something first, and if he come back and trick bigger, then that's my nigga. But if he don't come back with the comeback, then I
gotcha.
Yeah, but he could get me. He got me, whatever. But that was my decision to do what I did. I ain't looking for you. Get what I'm saying?
What if he gets you something that's sentimental though? Like,
and I love sentimental.
You love that.
I love thought.
All right, but that don't always equate to tricking bigger though.
But it's taking care of a different side of me. Like, it's taking care of a more feminine. Like, the best thing that I love most about gifts is the cards. I have a whole box of cards at my house, and like when people
red flag, you got other niggas' cards in there too.
No. My friends give me gifts for my birthday. I got baby shower gifts. I got graduation
Raheem
gifts.
Ain't no exes cards in there. Like, ain't got some exes cards.
I have a love letter from my baby daddy and wife.
I knew that was in there. Like, you know what I'm saying,
but that's so many memories. I just love, like, I love sentimental stuff. I love thoughtful stuff. Like, thoughtful stuff trumps anything. But men are dumb. They're not thoughtful.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't think thoughtful gifts, maybe to you that might be a thing for you, and I appreciate that. But some women, they looking at some thoughtful gift like throwing that shit and like, what? That nigga cheap, girl. This nigga got me a card or some dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The card
like,
came with the bag. That's what I'm telling you.
So it was a bag and then the card was inside the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, you just say, hey baby, I was thinking about you today. Here go a bag.
I remember this card. This one I got that new Chanel with it.
That's the cards is the okay. I got you.
It's the top stamp. The top stamp.
So is the tricking with the sentimental?
Huh? Okay, this is how I feel about it. this is how I feel about it.
This is how she really feel. Like,
no, this is how I really feel about it. So when my boyfriend came to me, I always ask questions. I'm a very question-forward person. I like to ask, you know, what was the what? He was like, I was like, what would change your life? Like, what would make you happy? And he was like seeing some clear ass water. He like, I never been out of the country. That's when we first met, right?
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day come around, we was together about maybe 5-6 months. Valentine's Day just passed, so it was almost 7 months in March. So I did that. That was sentimental, but it was also tricky. You get what I'm saying? So I'm a very good.
So it gotta be a combination.
Okay. But also, if I'm depressed or something like that, because I go through my little depression spells a couple, like especially during the winter time. If you bring me a get well basket, I'm gonna feel so good because that's taking care of a different side of me.
Okay.
Your side of the bag, got you.
Okay.
You're bagging us.